of Arms.
Hey guys, Corey with Coat of Arms here, and today I have got something new, something highly anticipated, a new product by Crusader Arms. This is the CRYPTO. Now, the CRYPTO is very unique in a couple different ways. As you see, we have a magazine here, looks very similar to an AR-15 style magazine. We have a charging handle, very similar to an AR-15 charging handle, dust cover, and you're gonna think to yourself, a lot of this is similar to an AR-15, and you would be right. As it relates to the buffer tube, the stock, the grip, all the lower parts, the safety, the forend, the barrel, everything is interchangeable. Where this becomes exceptionally unique is in the way of our gun laws that we have in Canada. So what is unique in Canada is our legislation the government implemented in C-21 stating that any new rifle that's coming to the market has to be in a semi-automatic configuration that is a center fire that was never before designed to accept more than 5 rounds. And where this rifle is unique is it falls into that category of what the government deems to be acceptable. So although it does accept a lot of parts that are typical in your AR-15, the one thing it doesn't accept is going to be the proprietary magazine that fits into this rifle. Now, what makes it unique is that this magazine, which is designed to have ever only taken 5 rounds and cannot be converted to take more, it can also fit into any rifles that can take an AR-15 patterned magazine. So an AR-15 magazine, like this Magpul, will not fit in this rifle. But this magazine with the master key will fit in this rifle and will also fit in an AR-15 patterned magazine rifle. So it goes one way, doesn't go the other. Now the other thing that makes it not an AR-15 as it relates to anybody out there goes, well, what makes it different? Why is this legal and why are the other rifles not? Well, it also has only one takedown pin. I know with the AR-15s, we're used to having another takedown pin up front. And then the other part is when you separate it, you will identify quickly at how this is different. So I pull the back pin, this slides forward, this comes out. Now, how this mounts up, you're gonna have 2 dowels up front. On this one, there's only one because I forgot the other one at home. Again, also to note, because of the work that I have done with Crusader Arms, I really appreciate them getting me. This is a production sample. This is 0001, the first one of its kind. So the production models will be much more refined and finished. But just in theory or for demonstration purposes, you can see there will be 2 dowels here that mate with the 2 holes in here. And then when they line up, they go in and the pin closes. Rifles together, as simple as that. Very much familiar to what you're used to seeing with an AR-15, which I know many people in the community are really looking for that option because it's something that has been a platform they've grown accustomed to. So now let's get into the specifications on this. This is a 223-556 rifle, or as referred to as a 223 Wild. If you look at the back, again, mil-spec buffer tube, standard AR-15 style, stock, interchangeable with anything that is falls under that same category as AR-15 stock. You've got a ambidextrous charging handle, so you can charge pull from this side, pull from this side, works both ways. All of your lower parts, as mentioned earlier, are all the same as the AR-15. So any aftermarket parts that you want to change out on that, you can. The one thing again to note, the forend, if you don't like this forend, you can put any forend that you want that's AR-15 patterned. This particular forend is good in the sense that it has several M-lock slots on either side, plus an additional 5 QD mounts on the forend, and then another 2 QD mounts on the back. So anybody running a sling, this is perfect for for you in regards to being able to put in some quick disconnects. Now, the other thing which we haven't seen, in my opinion, to my knowledge, is as it relates to when we pull this, we're going to pull this apart. We'll drop the bolt. Again, standard bolt release like the AR-15. Pull this out, and then I'm going to separate this. And as I separate this, the one question people will have is, okay, well, what about the bolt carrier? And we know there's been some great companies that have tried to be able to create their own bolt carriers that will work with a rifle that is proprietary. In this case, what many people have been looking for is this here is an AR-15 bolt carrier group. The bolt carrier group, the gas key, all of which is an AR-15. You're in a position where you now have the ability to take those expensive bolt carriers out of those AR-15s that are prohibited, that we all upgraded, and we love them to death, and now we're in a position where, you know, in the very near future we may have to turn those in. But you can strip that down, you can take the parts out of it, all your Gucci kit, you can take off of your existing AR-15, and then you can then install it into this and replace, you know, the existing parts that we have here in what we refer to as the crypto. So if you're asking yourself the question, well, hey Corey, that crypto is kind of a strange name, and the concept behind it is, anybody familiar with a cryptocurrency? It's just a different mechanism being done in a different way in order to be able to accomplish a goal. And I think that the crypto name, understanding that concept, is hitting the ball out of the park, in my opinion. Much like some of the other rifles that Crusader Arms makes, it is a semi-automatic. It does shoot 5.56 .223, but where it differs quite greatly is the Templar, the previous Crusader Arms rifle, uses a piston-driven system. So you get that kind of heavier weight out front because you got a big old 3/8 piston running in the front here. This is, again, like many AR-15s, is a gas impingement. So different operating system, how it works. Inherently, these are generally a little bit more dirty than a piston. So one of the questions I'm sure that will be asked, well, if you're producing the crypto now, does that mean that the Templar is no longer being produced, or the Crux is no longer being produced? And the answer is absolutely not. They will continue to be produced for the reason that they are different tools. So different tools, different styles, you're using different tools in the toolbox to accomplish a goal. Just like if I invented a Phillips screwdriver, I'm not getting rid of my Robertson. They have two different applications, two different jobs. And so for those of you who want a light, and I know as we relate to Crusader Arms, the Gen 1s were rather heavy in relation to the Gen 2s, which lightened up. And then now we're here with the crypto weighing in at 6.5 pounds. So I don't think you can ask for much more in an 18, 0.7-inch barrel non-restricted platform than that. So it checks all the boxes, in my opinion, and gives the shooter the ability, or the owner the ability, to play Lego, right? Build, match, switch, swap, do whatever you want with it. A couple things to note. As we were talking about the magazine earlier, this magazine here is actually the prototype. All this was prototype as I got it. Everything's in production at the time of the release of this video. This magazine here will not look like this. The actual production mag is much more refined. This is a 3D printed magazine, and that was much to do with the pressure I put on Crusader Arms to get me this stuff so quickly so I could film and get it out to you guys. So thank you to them for getting me this. As you can see, it will be a double-ended magazine, so you will have 5 on each side, but there will be no way to be able to take it apart and put 6 in it and modify it. It will be a sealed unit that cannot be ever manipulated to take more than 5 rounds, and that's what this actual rifle was designed for here in Canada. So I don't want anybody to look at this as any sort of a review, because that's not what this video is. What this video is more of an introduction. World, this is the crypto, the world, and I'm really looking forward to you guys getting your hands on these things here. I'm going to do some shooting with it right now. Again, I've got limited capabilities with this 3D printed magazine is not all that robust, but I'm going to get some rounds down range, and have a little bit of fun with within the means that I have here. But before I start shooting, one of the things I'm just gonna say is, I know you, yeah, you right there, you are saying, man, are you telling me I have to replace all my magazines? And the answer is yes. Nobody likes a proprietary magazine, let alone to have to pay an exorbitant amount of money to be able to purchase them. So what I've been told by Crusader Arms, these magazines will be not only available, but they will be at an extremely reasonable cost for what you're getting in the package. The price is yet to be determined, but what I was told unofficially, again, this is not gospel, but unofficially they're aiming for around the $40 mark a mag, okay? For a two-sided mag, you can't really beat that. Now, I haven't gotten to the best part. The best part about this is the guys at Crusader recognize that a proprietary magazine is not going to be the most appealing to the average customer. And because they're always listening to the customers in regards to making improvements and bringing new products to the market, what they did say is they're going to be including a minimum of 4 magazines. That's 4 magazines double-ended. So a minimum. So I know that they're trying to push for more, but from a production standpoint, cost per mag is going to be the tricky part, and they're working through it. So for sure, you're getting 4 of these right here, 4 double-ended magazines. And for most people, that more than fits the bill, that you're not in a position to have to buy more magazines. But for you competition shooters out there, you know, I know you guys like to have more mags run on your belt, running in your vest to compete. So you will have that option as well. Now, because I don't have the actual production model of this magazine, what we'll do is pop up on the screen here. As you can see, this is an image of the production sample. So this will look like the one that you are getting, that you see here now on the screen, not this one right here. With that said, you'll be able to get these at Crusader Arms and all participating dealers across Canada, coast to coast. So if your local dealer does not carry Crusader Arms, now might be a good time for you to reach out to them and inquire about this, because there will be limited stock. My understanding is TACOM 2024 is coming up in September, and at that point, these are going to be doing their hard launch there. So definitely come out to TACOM, check them out there. And in the meantime, some dealers could be getting these just in advance of TACOM as well. I know they are full steam ahead on this, and they've got a lot of machines running and a lot of hands on deck to get these out the door. If I'm being honest, there are very few rifles that really excited me in the Canadian industry, and this being one of them. For obvious reasons. I hope you guys are excited too. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody's views, opinions, and seeing you out on the range. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss out. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and as always, leave us a comment. We want to hear what you have to say. If you want to support us, you can go to coatofarmstv.com for all of our latest apparel. This is Coat of Arms.